Okay, welcome to this video on finding the highest common factor of two numbers using prime factor trees. We got the nod here, all right? So I'm going to call the highest common factor the HCF from now on to speed things up. So we're going to find the HCF of two numbers. First things first, you should know what is a factor. And can you give an example of a factor? Well, I can. For example, 3 is a factor of 12 because 3 goes into 12 exactly with no remainder. All right. I think also 4 is a factor of 12 because 4 goes into 12 exactly. Would 5 be a factor of 12? No, because if you count in 5s, you can't make 12. Okay. But you should know what factors are already. And the highest common factor of two numbers is obviously the biggest number that's a factor of both numbers. And for big numbers, the best way to do this, like we'll show you now, is to use prime factor trees and a Venn diagram. So here's the first example. Pause the video and then come back when you're ready to see the solution. Okay, welcome back. So the first thing I'm going to do, as instructed, is to make prime factor trees for 28 and 42. Right now, 28, remember, two numbers at times to make 28. Any two will do. I'm going to go for 4 times 7. 4 is not prime. You can break 4 down into 2 times 2. And 2 is prime. And 2 is prime, so we'll stop there. And 7 is also prime. See? So 28 is done. 28 is 2 times 2 times 7, which you can also write, can't you, as 2 squared times 7? But I'm going to stick with a long form today. Right, and then 42, again, you might go for 6 times 7. Yep, 6 is not prime. 6 is 2 times 3, and they're both prime numbers. And 7 is also prime. So 42 is 2 times 3 times 7. Now I'm going to make a Venn diagram now, all right, which is just two circles, like this. Okay, in fact, let me do a better circle than that because that's going to cause problems. Let me do a better circle. There you go. That's probably no, that's worse. One more time. That's better. Okay, and this first circle is going to represent 28, and this one 42. All right. So perhaps I'll write the numbers out again with their prime factors. 28 was 2 times 2 times 7. 42 was 2 times 3 times 7. So we'll start with 28 and look at the first factor, 2. I hope you see that this 2 will go in the middle of the Venn diagram because it's in both these numbers here. All right, so 2 is a factor of both of these numbers, so it goes in the middle. This 2 here, second 2, will only go in 28 because there's only 1 2 in 42. And this 7, hopefully you can see, will go in the middle. It's in both numbers. And so all that's left is this 3 here, which is only in 42. Remember, the highest common factor has to be in both the numbers. And obviously, what's in both these numbers is the middle bit. All right, so the HCF is the numbers in the middle, but multiplied together. So it's going to be 2 times 7, which is 14. And these numbers are quite small. So if you had written down all the factors of 28 and 42, you would see the biggest number that goes into both of these exactly is 14. All right. But with the Venn diagram, you can do it even if the numbers are really, really big. So the HCF is 14 here, okay? All right, example 2 then. Perhaps now you can pause the video, have a go, and then come back when you're ready. Okay, welcome back. So I'm going to do 70 first of all. Again, you could do 35 times 2, but I will do 7 times 10. 7 is prime, and 10 is 2 times 5, and these are both prime. So 70, if I write it in ascending order, is 2 times 5 times 7. And then 105, well, it's definitely in the 5 times table. And how many 5s are 105? 21. 5 is prime. 21 is not prime. It is 3 times 7, but they're both prime. So this is going to be 3 times 5 times 7. We'll make the Venn diagram. There you go. So that's going to be 70, and that's going to be 105. I'll write them both down here again, so I can get everything clear. 3 times 5 times 7. Right, so this 2 is only in 70. This 5 is in both the numbers. And this 7 is in both the numbers. So what's left? Just this 3 in 105. With the HCF, the bit in the middle. So the HCF this time is going to be 5 times 7, which is 35. Okay, so that's easy. Make the trees, draw the Venn diagram, and find the bit in the middle. Okay, so the main task is coming up shortly. So the main task is here. For all these questions, just make the prime factor trees, draw a Venn diagram, and use it to find the highest common factor. There's also a challenge question if I move the mouse in the bottom right corner. So yeah, take it away. See how you do. Come back when you're ready for the answers. Okay, welcome back. The answers are here. So pause the video and mark what you've done. And then get ready for the checking question, which is here. So pause the video, have a go, come back when you're ready. Okay, welcome back. So this is saying here that two numbers, A and B, they're called co-prime if the highest common factor of the two numbers is 1. So numbers are co-prime if the only factor they share is 1. That means they got no common factors apart from 1. Okay, so to prove they're co-prime, I think I'll just make my prime factor trees and hope that my HCF is 1, like it says. So 78 then. What can I go for here? Well, it's even. So 2 times 39, I think. 2 is prime, but 39 is actually 13 times 3. And these are both prime. So 78 is 2 times 3 times 13. And 95, well, definitely in the 5 times table. 5 times 19. Oh, and they're both prime. So perhaps you can see already from the breakdown that they've got no common factors. But let's just double check with the Venn diagram, is it? So 78 and 95. So 78 is 2 times 3 times 13. 95 was 5 times 19. So the 2 is going just in 78. The 3 is just in 78. And the 13 is just in 78. The 5 is just in 95. And the 19 is just in 95. And you might say, well, actually, there is no HCF here because the middle's empty. But of course, remember that every number has got 1 as a factor. 1 goes into every number in the world ever. So if the HCF seems blank in the middle, it's not really, is it? Okay, because 1 goes into every number ever. So the HCF of these two numbers, rather boringly, is 1. So they are co-prime. And we're done. They are co-prime. All finished. That's it. Nice one.